Mark Hale here for the New York Post, where we're going to be previewing the Western Conference playoffs, the first round, with Peter Vecsey, our NBA columnist. And Peter, let's look at the Lakers-Hornets to start it off here. The Lakers going for their third straight championship, and as we begin this series, how do you see it playing out?
Well, this is a complete mismatch. The Hornets do not have David West, one of their all-stars. Chris Paul is, 12 points and 9 assists, shooting 41% over the last 10 games coming in. Has had a very irregular regular season. And then, when you're going up against the Lakers, I can't see, barring an injury to Kobe Bryant or Pau Gasol or Andrew Bynum, it's hard to imagine that destiny would deny Kobe his Michael Jordan tying sixth championship, or Phil Jackson his fourth three-peat, and the Lakers their 17th championship, which would tie them with the Lakers. Just about any series involving the Lakers, Mark, is a mismatch, because Phil Jackson is the luckiest and he is the best. And so whoever's coaching against Phil, you got to go up against both of those things, and it's very, very tough to beat. And yeah, he's got Kobe too. So the Lakers know exactly what they have to do against any team in the playoffs. They are the favorites if they stick to the script. Namely, they have to play defense, run the offense through the big guys, and stay healthy. And there isn't really a team that can match up against them.
When you say the luckiest, just because he gets to coach these kinds of superstars, Peter?
Yeah, well, it's a good question. Not only because he gets the great players or picks the great players,
right?
As he did with the Lakers, but no, Andrew Bynum, went down the other night against, I guess it was Sacramento, or no, it was the game before. They thought he was going to be out for a while, and turns out to be a bone bruise.
Right.
So it's just stuff like that that's it just always seems to fall his way.
He's blessed, yeah. Peter, if you mentioned David West, if David West were healthy and if David West were playing, do you think this is a different series, or would the Lakers steamroll New Orleans no matter what?
It would be a different game. It would be a different series. Even in this without him, I could see Chris Paul, if he's able to become Chris Paul again, winning a game all by himself. He's that good. But they need to add about 10 points across the board, and they might have an outside chance to beat the Lakers. But without West, it's impossible. Carl Landry was a great pickup for them, but cannot score or rebound like West can.
And this, Peter, it'll be interesting with Chris Paul. Is this maybe, when you look at what happened with Carmelo this season, with free agency upcoming, do you see this as Chris Paul's last playoff go-around with New Orleans? Is he a guy who gets dealt before he even hits free agency next year?
I do see that happening. The rules might change, which might limit that movement. That remains to be seen once the new collective bargaining agreement is completed. But I think that's exactly why the Jazz traded Darren Williams. They knew that he was not going to stay, and his general manager did not want to be a travel agent and figure out, we could send him here, send him there. So they traded him to the Nets before anybody else got involved in the bidding. And I think that'll happen with Paul as well. He's already talking about possibly playing for the Bobcats,
right,
for Jordan in Charlotte. So I thought that was definitely uncalled for to say something like that going into the playoffs.
It'll be interesting. We'll see if Paul can raise his game and what potentially his final Hornets postseason might be. But Peter sees the Lakers moving on to the second round, and we'll see who they match up with in the Western Conference semifinals. It'll either be the Dallas Mavericks or the Portland Trail Blazers. For New York Post, I'm Mark Hale.